Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. Last episode, we, managed to clear out Elm Shore and take care of one more bounty that happened to be there. Things are pretty good. We're not perfect, and, well, we got level ups and the like, and improved our characters a bit, but we still have some more to do. Also, we kind of need to get a rest on us, so let's go do just that. We may as well. Should have gotten a lore bonus for something, but let's go with, since we're going to be doing fighting and the like, let's go with perception. Okay. Now, we have a couple more bounties that we can go and get. One's in Remen, one's in, Copper Lane, which we can't do anytime soon. One's in, not Cadnua,
This place.
Cleobon Relag. And where is the last one again? Let's see, that's Copper Lane, Cleobon Relag, Remen, Esternwood. We haven't found the Esternwood yet, I don't believe. Oh no, we have! All the way up there? Okay. So, let's go take care of them. We'll go to there, we'll go to there, and then we'll go to there. Sure. Esternwood first. We'll go with our newly leveled up and more powerful party. Right. First stop, Esternwood. We got our party. Onwards. Okay, so... where could they be? Who are we looking for in the Esternwood again? Thorfinn, a priest. Where the hell would a priest be other than in a frickin' cemetery? Only makes sense. He might have resurrected some vessels or something, for all I know. Yep, we found him. You, get this blessing out on us, because I'm pretty sure we're going to need it. There's that one, there goes that War Mage.
Let's go!
Get rid of the Zealot, and then we'll focus on Thorfinn. Alright, everyone on Thorfinn. I just realized I need to actually set everyone up with their things, as otherwise they're all on defend self. We want you on aggressive, all of you. Why does this always change when I swap people out? I hate it so much. But there we go. That was not bad at all. A Guilt Grimoire. That might have spells for someone. Ooh, Coat of Ill Payment. Extra Resolve. It's exceptional, and it's got Retaliation. Characters hitting me get a tiny bit of damage. That's not much. Okay.
No problem.
And currently, my armor is even better than that, so we can leave that be. Okay. That was quick. Now, let's go take a look at Lay. Over in Stormwall Gorge. I have a feeling it's probably not in the upper level, probably in the lower level is my guess. So we'll head to the lower level first and try it out. It only makes sense. So, nice long run to get down here. At least we can get 3 of the bounties. It's just unfortunate that we can't get the last one because the city's shut down and locked up tighter than, I don't know, a nun in a convent? I will say I'm glad we have this ability to speed things up for the sake of running. It makes things a lot faster to get to places. Okay, so as I said, he should probably be in here. Now, who is it again who's going to be in Leia Rimmon? We'll probably see as soon as we step inside, but... Who is it in Leia Rimmon? It is Glasdial, the Green Death. Oh, it's a troll. Oh, great, we've got spores and the like.
Let's see what lies this way.
And it's down there. Let's try and sneak around, please. Because if we can get to the stairs, that'll make things so much easier. Oh, they saw us.
Brave thou, Elon. This isn't working. Don't even spoil it.
Okay, you two, can you shoot that swamp spore? The rest of you, back up for a minute. Oh, actually, they're kind of all stuck there.
My mind feels sharpest.
Please do what you can, guys. It's not helping very much.
Following your lead.
Please switch back to the correct weapon, thank you.
Settle. Let's go.
I am trying to do damage, but it's not working. Okay, switch to that. That way you can actually do something. Okay, you're using the right weapon. Glasdial. Okay. Let's focus on Glasdial. Oh wow, Glasdial actually got charmed. Alright, and now finish off Glasdial, if you don't mind. Thank you. That was a lot more painful than it should have been. Because everyone got trapped in one narrow spot. But on the plus side, it did get handled. Okay. Now, we have to head back north to Cleobon Relag. Easy run. Should be about as easy as these other ones we've been dealing with. We are also a little stronger, so I think I know what we'll be doing after this. Okay, first things first. Find the exit. There's an exit. Alright, on to Cleobon Relag. Okay, I think it was looters we're looking for here. Songsmith Roska as a camp outside of Cleobon Relag. Okay. I have a feeling she's probably somewhere around here, maybe, but we'll find her. Also, you can switch back to the S-Stock.
Following your lead.
Let's see here. There's nothing down this way, right? No. Oh! I think we found her.
Brave thou, Elon.
Yep, there's Songsmith Roska.
Let's
There
go.
goes one. Should have focused on the mage first.
Let's go.
Yeah, get that snapper dead. There we go, and now for Songsmith Roska. Almost. And down she goes. That wasn't too bad. It was easier than the last one because they weren't all trapped. And we've got, ooh, a sapper's tome. That's interesting. Alright, loot everything here. There we go. And now that all the bounties are dealt with, we can go turn them all in. And we might do another rest or two. Right, back to Cadnua. And let us continue. Head all the way up to the Warden's Lodge so we can turn this quest in. Well, these quests, anyway. And got it. Almost, anyway. There we go. Alright, so,
Hello.
buddy, I've brought the head of Glazdiel. One nasty troll's head for a nasty little alchemist. I'll let him know the job's done. In the meantime, here's your bounty. I'm here for the bounty on Roska. You may have averted another war of the Black Trees, eh? Here's the coin they were offering. I've got Thorfinn's head. Oh, seems like crossing the Knights tends to lead to a bad end. Well, they pay well enough anyway. Here you are. Thank you very much. Mission accomplished there. She's actually close to leveling up. And we are at mostly level 13. So, I'm going to drop down another rest here because, you know, recover all our health. And I think... Oh, look, taxes collected. Huzzah.
This place, as beautiful as it can be with the absence of children.
I'm sure. Okay. That said, I think I know what I want to do next. Well, we could continue with the main story. I think instead we're going to be heading down into the Endless Paths again. Before we do, there's something else I kind of want to do. Because I did some looking into it, and I think I know what I need to do here. First, let's drop down to rest. I'm gonna get mechanics. Hireling payday, sure. And a supplicant has arrived, seeking 500 copper or an escort. Well, we can pay him off. There we go. And I'm going to do one more rest. Because it's odd how you have to do it with the Grieving Mother in your party for this, so we're going to finish off her thing. The morning is cold and silent. You are upon the plateau of the Birthing Bell, and there is no sound, no wind. The sky is a smooth, mortared gray, the forest beneath the plateau nothing more than a jagged black silhouette. Even the rock, the Adra around you, it feels colder, the sun's warmth bled from it. Against the cold backdrop of the sky, you see the great Birthing Bell, hanging from its arch of Adra. Its surface is tarnished, and the shadows inside the bell are dark, still. It seems to press down upon you, or simply, sadly, watching, as if standing above a grave formed from the table of the plateau and the remains of the mother's womb that now covers its surface. And there is something heavy in your hands. It breathes, gurgling, slick and wet, yet that is all it is. You find yourself filled with fear. You don't want to look at what you are holding. You don't want to touch it with your mind, and it is all you can do not to cast it from you. Examine what lies in your hands. The mass before you is vacant, flesh in the shape of a newborn. Bubbles of saliva bunch at the mouth, expelled by its steadily gurgling breath, its arms, legs, head lolling, limp. No thought, no struggle, no desire to cry and protest or pain. There is nothing from within. There is an absence in your hands. Your hands tremble, shake, and the silence is broken as the chimes on your wrists echo with the trembling. And the chimes do not echo in the thoughts of the mass in your hands. There is no soul within to hear it. Reach out with your thoughts. The only emotions blanketing the plateau are the pain of the mother. The child breathes, its heart beats, but it makes no cry. The child feels light, empty. There is no joy in it, no fear, no thoughts at all. Yet in the hollows inside it, it breathes, a thing of habit, not life. You cannot move. Your trembling has subsided, and the birthing chimes on your wrists are as still as the child. The mother is crying, eager to see, begging to see the child. You feel a sudden spike of fear, of being hunted. If you give the child to the mother, you will be blamed, and her anguish and rage shall fall upon you. She will not spare you or anyone you love, of this you are certain. But you did not cause this. You don't think you caused it. And the mother begs, her arms outstretched. Hand her the child. The chimes sound once more as you give the child to its mother, and as the chime fades, there is the eager gleam, the welling joy, the questioning. And you draw upon it, deeply, letting the hope stream into her eyes, letting her ears fill with the cries that you have heard countless times past from other children on the bell. You hear the laughter in the mother's voice, in streams of tears that run down her face, and with a practiced motion, you weave a life that will never be into her eyes and thoughts. She will care for the child as if it were whole until you set her free. She will care for it until you find a way to heal what has happened, until the reality cannot be dispelled any more. And still, cradled beneath the weeping woman that birthed it, the child in her arms does not hear the cries of the mother, does not react. It is an empty thing that breathes and carries nothing within it. And the chimes on your wrists lie still. They are bound to you like chains, never to sound inside a newborn's mind ever again. Wake up. A quest has arrived. I'll send the devil to it. But, well now.
Your mind comes bearing question.
Indeed, I saw a Hollowborn at the birthing bell. The grieving mother's head bows and she raises her hands, cradling them slowly so the chimes do not sound as she moves them. You feel a chill in the air as if the vault of your mind is growing, too large for the thoughts within, and your breath is laced with a chill. To your horror, you hear her breathing, ragged, hacking, but strangely steady, and you can see saliva bunching at the corners of her lips, becoming thick ropes of drool that cast themselves down her chin. There is a smell of blood in the air, new, wet, and the salt, sharp tang in your mind. Coupled with this is the smell of sodden undergarments clawing at your senses. Take her shoulders, try and steady her. Stepping forward, your hand falls on her shoulder, and then you feel her begin to fall, rigid as a falling stone, and you place your other hand on her shoulder to steady her. Throughout, there is the horrid, steady breathing. Her clothes are wet. It is as if she is burning with fever beneath her tangled hair and beneath her threadbare robes, as if she is giving birth. With a slow, hissing intake of breath, her head rolls back on her shoulders, her eyes pressed tightly together like the lids of a newborn. Yet past the lids, you can feel the piercing stare, vacant, cold. Horribly, you sense nothing from her, not a thought, like the Hollowborn you held in her memory. You know if you try and pull away now, she will vanish into herself, and vanish from your thoughts, perhaps forever, and you have a terrible feeling that whatever connects the two of you will be cut. She is as helpless before you as a child, and you search your thoughts for a way to coax her to you. Grab the chimes on her wrists. Her skin is cold, so cold you can't imagine she even has a pulse. You know for certain she cannot feel your touch. As you touch them, the chimes make the same hollow, dull sound as in the strange nightmare. They remind you of emptiness and regret. You know you are about to lose her and the memory of her if you don't act. Share a memory of peace and comfort. She jerks slightly before you, then her head tilts and the steady breathing breaks, and she gives a racking cry.
I thought it was my doing. I thought that I had stilled it with my thoughts. The child. It was just a child. What was done with it?
You helped give birth to a Hollowborn, yet you made the mother think otherwise. Her breathing is steady again, but there is a life in it where there was not one before, and her emotions are building in her. Apprehension, confusion, welling up. She seems afraid to do more than simply be aware the memory is there.
It was not the last Hollowborn on the birthing bell, and never again did I hear a child's cry.
You have found a death within me, one that many women have borne within them. The worlds swirl with impulses and weights, spiraling around her, and you feel as if you are being dragged into it. I sought to serve women in need, and instead my hands ushered no new life. What happened next, I bear the responsibility for. What happened next?
The first birth was the deepest, the saddest. Nothing I could do could find the child's spirit, guide it to him.
You feel a strange absence between you, as if your thoughts are being shared across a great distance. The The thought bleeds out for a moment, then returns, sharp, near, personal. I could not understand what had happened, what I might have done. I feared No, I could not dwell on that thought. The child was always there, always a reminder of what had happened, a marker. I made her care for it. I made them all care for it until I could find what had gone wrong. But the Hollowborn, it wasn't your doing. It happened elsewhere.
Little word of the outside world reached us. It was enough time for rage and pain and grief to guide hands. I feared what would happen to the children, what would happen to me. Every mother knows her womb may shed a stillborn, but these cold, soulless creatures, the parents wouldn't have understood, and fear of the unknown breeds violence.
What happened then?
I held their minds within mine. I shaped and guided them as long as I could. And with each passing day, each new birth, the strain grew. And the more I felt my control slipping, the more I focused my thoughts. Eventually, even I succumbed to the power of my own illusion. I'd woven the threads so tightly that I could no longer see through them.
And then one morning, I heard funeral bells tolling in the village. The sounds of wailing rose through the mists. A mother had died, her mind so focused on the care of her Hollowborn child that she'd neglected even to feed herself. And with that, the illusion broke. The townsfolk saw their Hollowborn the way they were, not the way I'd wished them to be. By the end of the day, they'd begun to look at me differently too. I did not understand what had happened, but I knew enough to flee. And every suspicion that surfaced, every faded memory of what I'd done, I pressed it down, tucked it away. My skill failed me, but I did what was necessary. I regret the mother's death, but how much worse would it have been had I not acted? There were other ways. You could have sought outside aid for the children, or fled if you'd feared for yourself.
The choices you speak of are not always clear in crisis. Not in that heartbeat when the first mother begged for her child and I had to decide what I would give her. How could I have known where that path would lead, or that there were others seeking the same answers? And even so, that hesitation would have cost a young life.
To rule another like that, even for mercy, is wrong. We must accept that there are some things we cannot control. The grieving mother's mind is silent and still for several moments. She lets your words wash over her, seeping into the cracks in her own thoughts.
My actions only caused more misery. Worse, I took from an entire village, made them as empty and helpless as the children I sought to protect. But what then? Is it better to stand by in the face of tragedy? To let it wash over the world a hungry tide?
Sometimes, if your actions would only make it worse.
I meant to soothe their pain, as I had done for so many mothers in the throes of labor. But my thoughts became a trap, a prison, for the village and for me. Your words have soothed my mind, in ways I did not expect. I thank you, Watcher, for the gift of your sight, for using it to guide me out of the prison of my mind. Let us hope it can also free you from the illusions Theos has woven around you.
Indeed. And with that, her story is done. And now we know what happened to her. She was a, oh, I'm blanking on the term. Yeah, I'm blanking on the term for it. Was a, midwife. I think that's the term. She was a midwife who helped others into, who helped mothers give birth. And did something in order to increase the connectedness between mother and child. But when the Hollowborn happened, she found herself unable to do that. And so she did the only thing she could. Used her cipher abilities to create illusions, mentally manipulate the mother and the rest of the village in order to make them care for the Hollowborn. And then when a mother died because she cared for a Hollowborn more than herself, everything broke down. she had been doing it to many Hollowborn in that village, and I can understand where she comes from. A mother never wants to learn that her child has passed away younger than her. A mother should never outlive their child, even a baby. And the thing of the Hollowborn, yeah, it's even rougher. But at the same time, it's hard for me to really agree with mental manipulation like that. It's not something I can really stand for much. Anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, we're going to head down into the Endless Paths and see if we can get a little further down there. That should be interesting. Till then, I am Chester44, also known as Falai. That is Laniara, Palagina, Kana, Dorrance, the Grieving Mother, and Sagani. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, and I shall see you all next time.